paybacks for the same problem. 1123. Out like this with our cash flow each period, and then let's see, our cash flow each period, and our cumulative is. Here's our cash flows that are given. How we find our cumulative cash flow is we just come right here and you take the cash flow. Let's do it this way. Let's look at this one. The cash flow from the previous cumulative cash flow from the previous year added to the cash inflow for that period. So in this case, it's D33 equals D33 plus E32. That gives you your cumulative cash flow. That's how much we owe now that we owe from our from when we start our costs. So you see, the first year we got in 5 million, and so we just owe 25. Now the next year we got in 10 million. Now we just owe 15. Okay, so what we want to do is find out how quick we can pay it back. Well, if we look at it, we can just say year 3 it pays it back because we don't owe anything. So in year 3, that is our payback. But it doesn't always work out that simple. So go ahead and let's do the logical test. This is the AND test, and if you come up here, you can use the AND function. So if D33, that's this right here, is greater than or equal to 0, it's false. If C33 is less than 0, it equals true. So whenever we look at D33, it's greater than or equal to 0, so it's going to be false. You can see when we have true as our F33 is greater than or equal to 0, so now it's going to be true. See, it is true. Otherwise, it's false. So we're finding that it's true. And now we they've used the if function and for this next row, and if you use your if function, if E34 equals, it's going to be true. So if E34 is equal to 0, it's true. Otherwise, it's going to be false. Now, if it's true, what happens is, if it's true like it is right here, it's going to do this right here. Otherwise, it's going to put 0 in. So on this if function, we've said if E34 equals true. So let's just go over here to this one where it's true. If E34 is true, then we're going to do this test. We're going to do this. If it's true, which it's true right here, we're going to say E31, which is this E31, which is 2 right here, plus F32 minus F33 divided by F32, and that'll give you your payback. Alternative calculation using the if statement. You can also do that. If C33, it starts out with the very first one. If C33 is greater than or equal to 0, then it's false. Okay, and if it's true, then we're going to go back one period and get the B, or get this period before it, plus in this case it tells you B 31 plus C 32 minus C 33 divided by C 32 if it comes back true, and that's when it comes back true. So it does the same thing again. Okay, now let's move down to discounted paybacks. Okay, so we have our same periods, our same cash flows, but now we have to find our discounted cash flows. Now you'll notice you can just use the same problem for each one. The discounted cash flow for this one, it's always going to be the same with time period 0, but you'll notice it has the same formula as this. Okay, is D52, which is 5, divided by 1 plus, and this B18, if we go up here and look, that's our weighted average cost of capital right here, all to the this little sign here is to the power of 1. Okay, and so when we put this formula in, it will give us our discounted payback at 1 year. So if we discount this $5 at the 10% WACC, we get $4.55. Now see, you'll notice this is exactly the same formula, except it discounts at this time divided by 1 plus weighted average cost of capital, all to the second power. Now we could also use this. We could use our present value function that you should have learned in Finance 1. We could use our present value function to find this also, and then our in this case N would be 2, present value would be 10, IY would be the 10% weighted average cost of capital. We wouldn't have a payment, and this would be our present value. Okay, so we find the present value, our discounted cash flows for each period. Now we find our cumulative cash flow. It's just the same way we did our other. We just take, let's take the next one. It's a better example. We just take our previous year cumulative cash flow plus the discounted cash flow for that year. Okay, and that's what we have for our discounted cumulative cash flow statements here. We can see our discounted payback comes right here. And so the discounted payback comes between 3 and 4. So our discounted payback is we did our if statements to look through all of these, and we found it that when we come down to our G51, let's see, G54 is greater than 0, and it is. See, our G54 is greater than 0. So when it's greater than 0, we're going to take F51, this one right, that's this number right here, the years, F51 plus G53 minus G54, which is our G53 minus G54 divided by our G53. And that will give us 3.43 for discounted payback for Project B. Okay, now be sure and don't forget to answer the questions. Okay, for the MPV profile, I will do that on another recording. We'll do MPV profile.